What is going on, King Sport? Izubee Charles here for another installment of Inside the Lines. Today, I'm joined by one of the newest commits in the Miami Hurricanes 2025 class, four-star linebacker Gavin Nix out of IMG Academy. Without further ado, let's bring Gavin on the show.
What's up, my guy?
How we doing, Gavin? How we doing, man? Of
Doing great, doing great. Most definitely a blessing to come on here and chop it up with you, man.
course, man. Thank you for taking the time out of your day for this. So, want to kick it off, man. I know you got that Miami gear on, a week removed from that commitment to the Canes. Just how are you feeling?
Man, feeling great. Every day I'm waking up, man, it's feeling great to know that I've been blessed with the opportunity to be a Cane, man, and I can't wait to get started, man. So it's definitely a great feeling.
You had the feeling, you had the opportunity to go to a lot of different programs across the country, but at the end of the day, for you, Gavin, why Miami?
Really, overall, it really came down to the consistency that the staff has showed me and my family. This process has been a long journey, but the Canes were always sticking through it with us, man, and their love that they showed me and my family has never wavered. And yeah, man, as far as life outside of football, the trajectory that the program is going in, and the genuine people inside of the building, when it all came to the end, man, it was no brainer for me. So that's what it all came down to, and that's why I chose the Canes.
I've seen you down in Coral Gables, quite a few times, and every time you have a big smile on your face, look real happy to be around that staff. Just what's that feeling like when you step foot on campus, when you're chopping it up with guys like Coach Cristobal, Coach D. Nick, and that whole entire staff?
Yeah, it's great. I feel like the people make the place, man, and Coach Cristobal has done a great job with accumulating like a great staff, that makes myself and other recruits, make it feel like home for them. That's why, like I say, every time I come back, it feels great. They do a great job of allowing us to be, on campus, have a good time, and let us explore the city to show how much Miami offers, man. So it's great, man, and it'll most definitely be a great experience for me to, play college ball down there, man. So, like I said, it all starts with the people inside of the building, man, and the right people are in there, and that's why I feel like, Miami always has that great feel to it.
With Coach D. Nick, he's the guy every time he lands a big commitment, he's tweeting, "Come on with it." In the practices, he's always hyped up. Just chopping it up with him. What are some things that you really like about him and excited to learn about him when you get down to Coral Gables?
Yeah, man. Coach D Nick is just a genuine dude, man. Super passionate. Like he said, he probably the most energetic on the staff, man. Like to go watch him coach and just get time to be around him, man. You see like how passionate and the love he has for the game, man. So that's most definitely an attractive thing as far as being able to play under him, man, because you're gonna feel like you're in the fight with him. And as far as outside of the field, man, he's a great dude, man. I've been able to learn a lot from him as far as on a spiritual standpoint and all that, getting closer to God and closer with my faith. So that was pretty dope too, because you don't come across that a lot. Normally you always have a connection as far as football because it's you got a coach and you got a player. But Coach D Nick, like we built a real relationship outside of football, and I appreciated that. And especially on my OV going up there and seeing how he interacts with his players and how much his players love him. I can tell that's not nothing that just when you get here it changes. Nah, like you can tell he loves his players and his players love him. So I can't wait to be getting coached by Coach D because he's a great dude.
Got to also ask you about the other two linebackers committed in this class. Elijah Melendez, the big guy, and then we got Ezekiel Marson out of Miami Central, somebody you played against with, not too long ago. Just what are your thoughts on those type of guys and just, their play styles, compared to yours?
Yeah, well, most definitely they're great people. Obviously with Ezekiel, I played against him, so I know he's a dog, man. Man, he's just a Miami guy, so I know he'll be comfortable down there, and with him having people on the team that he's played with, I know it'll be a great follow through for him. And yeah, man, he's a great dude. I've been able to get to know him ever since I played him my sophomore year. So yeah, he's a good dude, man. I'm looking forward to being his teammate, man, and I'm sure we're gonna ball out together. And Elijah's a little closer to home to me. We both from the Kissimmee area. So when I'm home and all that, we always chop it up, go work out, things of that nature. So I know Elisha's a dog, so it'll most definitely be dope to play with those guys. And shoot, the fact that we all gonna be playing together is gonna be crazy, man. It's gonna really show the world what LBU is for real. So it's gonna be dope.
And then speaking of IMG Academy, obviously everybody knows you go there, but as a student athlete at such a prestigious school, just what's the day in the life as a student athlete at IMG, and just how's that school helped you become a better person on and off the field?
Yeah, it's really helped me out a lot, man. It really preps you for the next level and your years to come after that. That's why you see so many guys that come out of that academy are so well prepped to ball out at the next level, man. Because that's really what the academy does. We do all of our work in the morning, just like any big time college would, and we have afternoon classes and things of that nature. And towards the afternoon time, unless we're in like fall camp or anything, we have the afternoon to ourselves. So throughout all phases of the year, like the beginning of the year, spring, the fall, all that, it all like everything we do mimics what a D1 college would do. So it's great. It's helped me as far as schedule wise. When you talk about day in the life, and then as far as football, man, like the coaches that I've been able to learn from while being there has been great, man. I've been able to get coached by guys who's played in the league, came from D1 colleges, all type of big time programs and things of that nature. And obviously being surrounded by some of the best athletes each and every day. How, like they say, iron sharpens iron. So it's been great, and they really push us off the field to continue to strive and be the best overall human we can be, because it's a lot more than just football, man. So it's been great, and I'm extremely grateful for it, man. But it's most definitely a great experience.
I want to talk about Kissimmee, where you're from. Just shout out your city right now. Just how big of a part did your area where you grew up had played in who you are today, man.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Kissimmee, Florida, the 407, man. But man, it was everything. That's where it all started from for me, man. Growing up in the Osceola area, football is something that's taken very seriously. And man, I played for a team called the Osceola Panthers, man, and that was a blessing for myself because I was able to be surrounded around a lot of great players who still doing some great things to this day. So it really built that grit for me and that dog mentality, man, because I've been surrounded by some dogs ever since I was little, man. So it really built the foundation, where I came from, and I'm glad I came from somewhere like that, man, because it kept me humble as I continue to go out and see how much there is to life, man. So it was great. It was great, man, and that's home. So I always love coming back, man. So that's what's up.
And I see you train sometimes with a CDR elite coach Fuzzy, right?
Oh yeah, yes sir, yes sir.
Yeah, so crazy small world. He was actually my high school coach, back in Fort Myers. So pretty cool seeing you guys train together. Just I want to give a quick shout out to Coach Fuzzy if he sees this. Just how cool is it training with a guy like that with such energy and things like that, man.
Man, this is lit. Like I was at, like I said, me and coach was just training last night, and we like, cause we were training and like we super tight. He been training me for years, so like we didn't leave the park till like 9 o'clock just talking. So like but he's super energetic, man. Super like funny, all that. It makes training a lot fun when you training with somebody who's so upbeat, cause he's still out there running around. Come on, coach, line up. Let's do the one on one. Like he pretty dope, man, and that's crazy. That goes to show me how long he's been in the game for him to coach you and all that. But yeah, man, I gotta let him know that for sure. I didn't know that, but nah, he's a great dude. Like I say, man, it's a big reason for why when I always come back in town, I'm with him, each and every day. He's a big reason for my success as well. He's taught me a lot, as far as fundamentals and details and how critiqued he is with everything. So that's great. He's most definitely a guru.
Yeah, man. I remember back in our days at Riverdale, he was a DP coach, always working with the guys, showing them, hey, man, I was doing this not too long ago. Guys should be doing it too. So awesome to hear he's training you. Awesome to hear you played a big role, who you are today. But I want to keep, kind of taking it back. You said Osceola Panthers. Was there one, game when you were younger that you're like, all right, I can really do this, or, scored a bunch of touchdowns or had a whole bunch of big tackles?
Yeah. So funny story. I actually played running back my entire life. Before I played a little bit of defense here and there, but I was really a running back, an offensive guy. So um, I say I was 9 years old, man, and it really clicked in a practice for me. So growing up, like in flag, I was pretty good. I had quick feet, I was fast, all that. But when I first made the transition to pass, man, I ain't like it, man. I was soft. I didn't like being hit. So I remember they used to put me on the line when I mess up, and I used to hate that, man. I used to get so mad and angry and this, that, and the third. And I remember that was like Mighty Mike, so that's like 7 to 8 years old. So it took a long time for it to click. And I remember my last year Mighty Mike, so I was 8 years old, and we was playing a team at home, and I ended up getting in a fight on the field, and that was the best thing that ever happened to me. Because it snapped that softness out of me, you know what I'm saying? Because if somebody come up at you, like, you can't just lay down. So I remember after that, like, that was one of the times I really like could feel that physicalness and that physical, attribute again, like, clicked into me. Like, it really just clicked, man. And that next year, I was able to, do it the right way, because you can't just be out there fighting. Now we play football, we're gonna fight. But yeah, it was in practice, and really, all we did in Little League was run and do Oklahoma's, run, hit, and that's it. So after a while, you want to be the person doing hitting and not getting hit all the time. So it really clicked in a practice, and then practice is really where you build your confidence and your foundation for what you're gonna do in the game. So obviously, with time, I would start doing better in the games. And but yeah, man, I'll never forget that though. That one time I got in the fight is what switched it off. I was a soft little kid, man. So I feel.
And I saw, a pretty cool quote that I wanted to ask you about. So I don't know, I don't want to mess it up. It says, "We're so much more than athletes. Being an athlete is what we do, not who we are." I'm so grateful that God has put me in this position to clearly understand that. For you, what does that really mean? And you just having this, big platform and to be able to be a role model and a guy that these younger kids look up to. How cool is that for you?
Yeah, it's everything. I feel like when finding our purpose, we all a easy way to do it is to use it through what God has blessed us to do, what God has given us the gift to do. And I feel like he's given my gift through football. But as I've gotten older, I've been very aware that, like you said, that ball can go flat any day. And when all of us as humans, but for me, when my flesh-like self is going, the only thing that's going to live on this earth is the true impact that I made on people that I've come across, and the impact that I made on this world. You have greats who's going, but the things that they've done on this world never dies because of the work that they did while they were here. And for me, that's why I say, like, it's very important for us as athletes to, like I said, build that foundation outside of yourself, because sometimes we get lost in, man, football, because sometimes, or not football, our sport, because that's what we're glorified for. And it's something that we do, and sometimes, like, in life, you want to have a balance, but it can be hard when you're playing a sport to a high level, like the degree that we play. But you always want to have a balance, because if something like a sport, which is always a valuable, gets taken away from you, that's why you see athletes for time and time to come, they like, who am I? What do I do? They go crazy, all different type of things. And that's just, with seeing it for so long,
Mm-hmm.
that's something I knew I didn't want to run into. And I know, like I say, I feel like I was blessed with that awareness. I feel like it came from somewhere, from my Lord and Savior. So I just wanted to be a lever through. I just wanted the Lord's light to shine through me to be able to produce that into the world and bring people, awareness to that as well. So sometimes that's why I talk about things like that, because it really is more than our sport. So that's really where that came from.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear, somebody that's in your position to understand that balance. And, there could be a lot of distractions out there in this, day and age of NIL and flashes, things like that. So awesome to hear you keeping that balance and, try to show all the good things as well, man. I also want to ask you something about yourself. Any secret talents or anything that you could do that would, be like, okay, I didn't know Gavin could do that?
So, no, I don't think I got none. I'm a pretty basic dude. I don't think it's a talent, because I've been learning, but I don't know. This ain't. I'm talking about cutting hair, but I don't think that's some talent.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool. Talk about that a little bit.
I mean, being in the dorm when I went to IMG, I don't got my barber at home, so I cut, like, I go sometime looking rusty. I'm like, man, I can't keep looking rusty up here like this. And so after a while, we used to have guys that would start, like, trial on their own, and we had a few guys that were good, so we would go to them. And I was like, man, like, I can learn this myself, man. Like, if these dudes can do it, I can do it myself, man. So after time, it was rough. Now I ain't gonna lie, I butchered myself a few times, but I've been getting real good at it, and I know last spring I did good with cutting a lot of guys on the team and all that. But I wouldn't say that's no talent, but I mean, it's something different. But outside of football, I don't think I got no special talent. So maybe something I don't even know I have yet, but we'll see.
Now that's definitely something cool, man. Next time I see you, I might have you give me a little fade, man. I'm looking a little rough under this hat, but I'll definitely keep that in mind next time I see you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Gotcha. And then to wrap it up, I like to do something we call quick hits. So I'm gonna ask you some quick questions, rapid fire response. You ready?
Yes, sir.
For sure. EA Sports new game coming out. What would your overall be right now? What would be your best attribute?
If I'm being real with myself, I give myself like a 95, and
Okay.
then my best attribute would probably be my blitzing.
Okay. Next question. Favorite TV show or something you're binge watching right now?
I actually just got done binge watching Snowfall.
Okay. Snowfall. What's your go-to pregame song?
Bottom of the Map by Jeezy.
Okay. Favorite cheat day meal?
Ooh, favorite cheat day. Wings and Things from Zaxby's.
Okay. Snow game or a rainy game?
I gotta say rainy game.
Okay. Now you should play running back. So would you rather drop a hit stick or run somebody over?
I gotta say run somebody over. I don't think it's no better feeling than that.
Awesome, man. And my last question to wrap it up. What's your message to the Canes fans and what are they going to get in Gavin Nix when you make your way down to Coral Gables?
Yeah, most definitely a leader and somebody who's willing to come and work every day. Give my 100% to the program, and just somebody who's willing to bring success to the guys around him, man, to continue to push everybody to get better and to bring a natty to 305.
That's awesome, Gavin. I really do appreciate you coming on today. Everybody at home watching, thank you for tuning in. For Gavin Nix, I'm Izubee Charles. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day.